It's Tuesday, February 6th. Here's what's coming up.
Today we will be talking about court warming, festivities, and candidates.
Information on the Senior Girls Lock-In.
And how you can help support the Tim Nixon Scholarship Fund. This is KLHS.
I hope everyone had a great Monday, and hopefully your Tuesday will be just as awesome.
As you all know, court warming is getting closer, which means voting for king and queen candidates is coming to an end.
Voting stops today during 6th hour, so seniors make sure to check your email and fill out the Google form to cast your vote.
I'm not a senior, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited for all the court warming activities and the Spirit Week coming up.
Next week, there will be a theme for each day in honor of court warming.
Monday is Jedi in training, so wear some of your dream college merchandise.
Tuesday is Become a Peace Day, so put on your best hippie attire.
Wednesday is I Love You to the Moon and Back, and also Valentine's Day, so wear red, pink, and white.
Thursday is Rocket Scientist Day, so dress up in your nerdiest attire.
There's no school Friday, but be sure to come wear neon to the court warming game that day.
I will for sure be participating, so don't be afraid to show your school spirit next week.
There are quite a big things happening for sports here at LHS, so let's over to Josh and Jackson to see what's going on.
Thank you, Brody. Welcome to 21 and Under. I'm Josh Gregory alongside Jackson Ogden, and to kick it off, we are going to talk about girls swim over the weekend.
That's right, Josh. The girls swim and dive team won 3 events and took home third at conference over the weekend. Maddie Pittman won the 500 free with a conference record time, and Kate Towns won the 50 free.
And in the 400 free relay, Towns, Christina Rangel, Shea Williams, and Pittman also won. Medalists include Pittman, Towns, Rangel, Williams, Maddie Carmichael, Macy Wager, Hannah Schrag, Kate Minette, Paige Adams, Mary Kate Helly, and Bridget Williams.
On to the next. Our Sapphires went down to Florida to compete, and they did not disappoint, Josh.
No, they didn't, Jackson. They took 5th in the nation in small varsity pom and 13th in the nation at jazz.
That's absolutely insane to place 5th in the nation. It really shows the talent of our dancers and coaches.
I gotta agree with you, Jackson. That is the highest they have ever placed in school history, and they had to take on 70 teams.
On to the collegiate level, the Mizzou Tigers beat the Kentucky Wildcats for the first time in the history of their basketball program, 69-60.
That was a very impressive win for MU, but KU on the other side had a very disappointing loss. They dropped another home game to Oklahoma State with a final score of 84-79. Jackson, I don't know about you, but the Jayhawks are not looking good at home. They look even better on the road, I have to say.
Yeah, not yet, but transitioning back to high school now, but staying with the hoops.
Our Lady Jays are taking on St. Joe Central last night, and they took a tough loss, 48-47. They followed a 14-7 and 2-4 in conference.
They will get a chance to redeem themselves Friday versus Liberty North at home, along with the men's basketball team.
Make sure to go out there. The theme is tie-dye, and boys will be starting first this time at 7:02, so get there early because it will be packed.
We beat them last time up north. We got to beat them again. Be there and support. That's all we have for sports today. Now back to Brody and Brooke.
Thanks, guys.
Along with Friday night's game, there will be a chili dinner that anyone can attend in the cafeteria to support the Tim Nixon Scholarship Fund and the volleyball team.
The tickets cost $5 and it will be in the gym or the cafeteria from 4 to 6 p.m. Blue Jay Glow bracelets will also be sold for $5 with the proceeds benefiting the Tim Nixon Scholarship Fund.
Now for some other news, there will be a Senior Girls Lock-In this Friday, and all senior girls are welcome to come.
Tickets will be sold the rest of this week. They are $5 for a ticket, and you can purchase them in the cafeteria at one of the tables set up.
Also, Lumberjack Club will be meeting this Thursday morning in room 609.
So make sure to be there if you love pancakes, because I'm for sure going to be there. The Creative Writing Club will also be meeting in room 609 after school on Thursday.
Help support Liberty High School's Special Olympics and Job Olympics by sending a cookie gram to your Valentine this Valentine's Day. Aleene's cookies will be sold during lunch this week for just $4. Help support this great cause and send some sugar to your Valentine.
The weather is definitely not getting any warmer. Let's head over to Nick to see what the rest of this week brings. Nick?
Thank you, Brooke. Me, what do you say, Jays? Welcome back to my rendition of weather. As I said yesterday, noting that we probably wouldn't have a snow day, well, that statement seems to be coming true. Missouri has to be one of the most rapidly changing weather conditions in all of the world. One day calls for snow, the next day calls for sunny skies. But even then, today we're going to see lots of clouds with some pretty cold temperatures. Today we'll see a high of 20 and a low of 11. Wednesday we'll be moving up the glass thermometer with a high of 32 and a low of 23. To wrap up this 3-day forecast, Thursday will bring us some good news with a high of 52 and a low of 26. Hopefully the warmer weather will stick around, but thanks to Phil the groundhog, we will be having around 6 more weeks of winter. I'm Nicholas Benjamina, and that's the way it is.
Thanks, Nick.
We'll be right back to hear more about Black History Month with Mr. Turner after this short break.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us. Could be us. Could be us. Could be us.
This week, in celebration of Black History Month, KLHS will have interesting information and games in remembrance of powerful Black historical figures.
Anyone who is interested in participating in these fun activities on KLHS should email Joni Bell or DM the KLHS Twitter page. Club representatives are also encouraged to participate.
Mr. Turner is now standing in the studio to talk to us about Black History Month.
All right, my name is Paul Turner, American History and AP World teacher. I'm here to talk to you about John Hope Franklin. Born January 2nd, 1950 in Rennisville, Oklahoma. John Hope Franklin earned his PhD from Harvard before embarking on a career of one of the most renowned historians of his time. Franklin released his groundbreaking work, From Slavery to Freedom, A History of African Americans in 1947. Many other titles will follow. He also earned an academic leader of the civil rights activists. He died on March 25, 2009 in Durham, North Carolina. His mother was a school teacher. Franklin learned how to read and write at an early age sitting in her class. He went to attended Fisk University with the intentions of following his father's footsteps, studying law, but instead he turned to history. He created paving the way to creation of African American studies and discipline, while Franklin has maintained that he always had been a historian of the South. He was also an academic leader and civil rights activist. He died March 25, 2009 in Durham, North Carolina. His mother was a school teacher, and Franklin learned to read and write at an early age sitting in her classes. He went on to attend Fisk University with the intention of following his father's footsteps studying law, but instead turned to history. He's accredited paving the way to creation of African American studies as a discipline, while Franklin maintained that he always been a historian of the South as opposed to solely dealing with race. Franklin was a highly active in the civil rights movement as well, taking other separate his activism's objective as a historian. He worked on landmark cases such as Lyman Johnson versus University of Kentucky, Brown versus Board of Education, and participated in 1965 voting rights march that started Selma, Alabama. Okay, the impact of social race rights on the African American community. Franklin received his Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Bill Clinton in 1995. Among his 100 honorary degrees and additional accolades in his later years, he was appointed Professor Emeritus at Duke University. Upon the building dedicated to him, he continued to write and study before his death.
Thanks for that awesome segment, Mr. Turner.
Now if everyone could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all we have for you today. From KLHS, this has been Brody Mueller, Josh Gregory, Jackson Ogden, Nick Benjamina, and all of our amazing production crew. I'm Brooke Ingram.
Have a terrific Tuesday, Jays.